Hi, my name's Bruce. This is XJ8, and this is my 2004 Jaguar XJ8. I invite you along on this journey with me as I fix and modify it and hopefully provide some helpful insight into these wonderful cars. Disclaimer, I am not a certified professional mechanic. I am an at-home do-it-yourselfer. So if you follow my instruction and my videos, you do it at your own risk. Come along. Welcome back, or if you're just discovering my channel, welcome to Jag XJ8. Working on my Gen 4 Jaguar XJ8. Last video, go check it out. Did the air intake. That's been going great. Car's driving great, doing better on the gas. You know, has a little extra, you know, throatiness in the engine compartment when I get into it. But in this video, we're doing the spark plugs and the ignition coils. I explained in the end of my last video that I was trying out a new kind of spark plug. So usually you have your copper, your platinums, and your uraniums. Well, NGK has just come out with a new one. They're called ruthenium. And they're supposed to be even better than the uraniums. They're supposed to be, you know, better gas mileage and better performance. So I'm very intrigued to try it out. And then to complete it, to go with it, I got NGK's ignition coil to go with them. So should be a fun time, and should make this engine very happy. Let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to start with the passenger side first, and then we'll go to the driver's side. Passenger side is always going to be easier because there tends to be less of the emissions, less of the electronics and stuff on it. So first, you're going to want to pop this little cover. It says Jaguar off. Just take it. Once you get it popped out, there's a little lip to the back of it. Same little lip. So you have to kind of lift it away from the engine and up. Pops right off. Set that down. Now, I'll edit some pictures in here I took ahead of time, but there's this big bundle of wire you see running here right on the edge of the video. There's a thing here that clips in. If you lift that up, then you can just take this and just wedge it back there so you can get to all 4 coils and plugs real simple. So first, I always like to start at the back because it tends to be the hardest and work forward where it's easiest. All right, that looks like 8. Hey, I got it right the first try. 8 millimeter. So shouldn't need the big heavy ratchet. Yeah, no, that popped right loose. So you're just gonna move that. I always do it one at a time so I don't mix anything up, I don't miss something, I don't forget something. You gotta get fingers down in there. I got big hands, big fingers, so you gotta get in under it, wiggle it out. Sometimes I find, you know, a little flat head and a little bit of persuasion can be helpful. Just make sure you don't leverage against anything like the wires or anything breakable. There we go. I felt it pop. I want that pop. And once you get it loose, reach back here. Should be a fairly simple little push clip. Got it. There you go. Takes a little bit of work, but a little persistence and patience. Always patience. It's the biggest thing I will teach in any of my videos. Is be patient, because I've rushed things and it doesn't go well. You end up breaking stuff. So that's the old coil off. Now, what I found is my little way of cheating is take one of your new spark plugs and test it with your different spark plug sockets so that you know exactly which one you need. 5/8 is your size for this. So I have one of the greatest things you can ever have. Anyone that works on their own car is this lovely little extendable magnetic stick. It's great for dropping, if you drop a socket, screw, bolt, nut, and in this case, spark plugs, if your spark plug socket no longer has the rubber piece like mine. So we'll get it loose, and then we'll use that to pull it right on out. Going to CO2 extensions are still. There it goes. All right, come on. Yeah, it's tight fit, but you get it in there. You want to get it down in there and feel it pop on to the spark plug. Slide that out of there. Grab your measuring stick. Get on in there. There you go. Now fish it out. Yeah, they're not looking too pretty. Grab one of your new ones. Now, one of the greatest things I ever got, go to pretty much any local, part store and get one. It's a spark plug gap tool. Right? It's like a little keychain. You keep it on your key. It's handy. So you look it up. I know with NGK's website, they tell you the exact gap your engine requires. Mine for this is a 0.40. So take it, just start at the small end, slide it in there, and look, see, they're already pre-gapped right to where they need to be, which is handy. They don't always come that way, so it's good to double check it. So you want to gently slide your new spark plug in, try to hold on to it as far as you can into there. And slide your socket down in there. And just finger tighten gently. If you feel any resistance, any at all, back it out. Try again, because it'll be cross-threading your cylinder heads. You just go, feel it. It's tight. Grab your ratchet. Make sure you untighten. You just want to gently. Don't go, He-Man on it or anything. Just you want it nice and snug. So it's not going to leak and cause any misfire. Okay. There we go. So slide this out now. One of our new coils. Slide that sucker right on in there. That'll be one whole cylinder done for us. Look at that shiny, brand new NGK coil versus the stock. Just look at the difference there. All right, so now you just slide this sucker down. You want to plug it in before you slide it all the way in. It's a little easier for me, at least I found. I'll plug it in first. Go till you hear that click. And you just slide her down so she pops on. I always take my old one, wrap it up in the plastic from the new one, stuff it back in that box, and set that box aside. That's how I do the spark plugs and the coils. That way I know which ones are old and which are new. And then you take your little screw that holds the coil in place. Twist that gently in there. See, you get it. Once again, any nut, bolt, screw, anything you're ever doing like this, when you're putting it back in, if it starts resisting you even the slightest bit when you first start putting it in, stop, back it out, try again. Because cross-threading is not fun. You pain in your rear end. Once again, tighten until you feel it snug. Not go crazy. That's why I use my little socket for doing this, so I don't ever over tighten it, strip it. A lot less likely. Check it, no wiggle. You good. Now we're gonna move on to the next one. Now, even though that first one did have the spark plug or the gap already done right, I always double check each one because, you know, in packaging, things can shift, things can move. So yeah, we're good with that one. I love these because you got the electrode on the top and the bottom, so it helps make sure that arc is perfect. So we'll slide her in here, hold it in place, and just slide her in. Just gently turn it. I have a rule of thumb anyways. If I do a job and I don't bleed, I mess something up. If I have some kind of new mark, new scar, job went well, job got done the right way. Because I'd rather something on me get broken, torn, or messed up than something on the car. Because I'll heal. The car is a very different situation. So we just go gently. Just use a couple fingers on the ratchet because I don't want to over tighten. Yeah, right there. See, I can't pull it with my 3 fingers no more. I know it's good and tight. Oh, helpful little tip also is anytime you order parts, you do stuff like this yourself. When you get it, always take that part number. Go back to your where you got them from, because things get mixed up. People make mistakes. We are only human. So it's always good to double check you got the right part before you start the project. Slide right in there nice and firm. I felt it pop right on there. So that's 2 done. 2 to go on this side. So that took me about 30 minutes, give or take, to do. Not too bad. So now we'll just carefully pull that wire cable bundle up, slide this back down under there. I think we're good now. Yeah. Just give it a light tug to make sure you got it popped on there right. But as long as it's not gonna just pop right off, you got it. And remember to pop your wire bundle back into this little metal tab back here. Take a little wiggle in it. It should slide back in. That's your passenger side all done. We'll flip it around and check out the driver's side. Okay, now to do the driver's side. As you can see, there is a whole lot more in our way. I'll post a picture back in there because it's a tight fit. This is definitely going to be a fun challenge. Going to be interesting. Now, what I've learned is so the cap comes off, but also this whole part you can screw out temporarily. So nothing gets back in there. Screw that back on. She grabbed it by the stock and turn, because that cap will just keep clicking like that. Slide this breather tube back on too. Once again, I'm going to start at the back And we're gonna hope this doesn't cause me too much challenge. Okay, this time I'm gonna try to just plug off before. There we go. Alrighty, so I ran into a very unique problem. Gonna end up having to take my car to a shop at some point to get them to fix it somehow. Sorry for the time jump and lapse, but we're just gonna go ahead and stick the new coil down on it, so at least that's replaced. And then we'll do the other 3 and hope for no more surprises. This just shows how a project that should only take an hour or so can turn into an all afternoon or all day project when you run into just one little bump in the road. Okay, well, sorry for the jump. New spark plugs in. My SD card apparently got too full, and so it cut out. So my apologies. It's the next morning. We just did the spark plugs and the coils. Other than the one issue with the one plug, everything went really smoothly. You know, started her up, runs smoother than I've ever heard it. It's definitely an improvement over what it was, and I definitely can feel the difference in just how smoothly the engine's running and how quickly the pickup is. Like, there's definitely an increase in power. It definitely accelerates quicker. So, next video I plan to do, putting new struts on this. I'll explain the whole situation at the next video, and I got some new wheels coming. Can't wait to put them on. Can't wait to show them off. All right, see you in the next one.